The Greatest Work of God's Hand by John Henry Cardinal-Newman. We have familiar experience of the order, the constancy, the perpetual renovation of the material world which surrounds us. Frail and transitory as is every part of it, restless and migratory are its elements, never ceasing are its changes, still abides. It is bound together by the law of permanence. It is set up in unity and thought. It is ever dying. It is never coming to life again. Dissolution gives birth to fresh modes of organization. One death is the parent of thousand lives. Each hour, as it comes, is but a testimony how fleeting, yet how secure, how certain is the great whole. It is like an image on the water ever flowing. Change upon change, yet one change cries out to another, like the alternate seraphim in praise and glory of their Maker. The sun sinks to rise again. The day is swallowed in the gloom of the night to be born out of it as fresh as if it had never been quenched. Spring passes into summer, and through summer and autumn into winter, only the more surely by its own ultimate return to triumph over the brave, towards which is resolutely hastened from its first hour. We mourn over the blossoms of May because they are to wither, but we know that May is one day to have its revenge upon November by the revolution of the solemn circle which never stops, which teaches us in our height of hope ever to be sober, and in our depth of desolation never to despair. That which ought to cause to note endures, that which promises a future disappoint is no more. Man rises to fall. He tends to dissolution from the moment he begins to be. He lives on. Indeed, in his children, he lives on his name, not on his person. Man was young. He is old. He is never young again. This is the lament over him, poured forth in verse and prose. Christian and heathen, the greatest work of God's hands under the sun. He, in all the manifest of his complex being, is born only to die.